You really do have to realize that people stop giving you feedback the more you call things out, the more you see things crystal clear, the more you see the dysfunction, the childishness, the disrespect, the passive aggression, the gossip. Because a lot of people would rather have those people around them that they can play games with, they can feel secure with, they can feel like people are mediocre, half in, half out, followers of the crowd, followers of the herd. They'd rather be around those type of people than someone who can stand alone. People don't like someone who can stand alone. They fear you and they're more afraid of you because they know that they could be called out by you at some point and they don't want you to turn that microscope on them. So I think emotionally intelligent people have the problem of not getting feedback on the things that they express and the things that they say and see in the world, because the people around you will somewhat get irritated by you eventually. And I find if you were 5 notches less intense, you would be more likable and they would be more welcoming to you. You would seem more accessible to them. But people kind of, after a while, they get sick of being around someone who does uphold a high standard, strict values, holds the people accountable around them. So it's harder because people pull away. They get sick of hearing you be right. They get sick of you hitting the nail on the head. They get sick of you seeing it deep down to the core, seeing them deep down to their core. They sort of distance themselves. They energetically can distance themselves, and it can be a very lonely thing because you have to continually be able to validate yourself when you're going deeper and deeper and deeper. You're expressing your voice, you're putting yourself out there, because people will pretend like they don't see you, pretend like they don't hear you. They'll keep you at a distance. You can be too intimidating or too scary when you're talking about heavy, dense, bigger emotional issues with family, friends, anything in society. So they'd rather just sort of stuff you under a rug and get rid of you, almost pretend you don't exist. So it's actually really painful when you express yourself because you realize those people who would rather just ignore you and pretend that you're not there. Because that's easier than ever confronting or becoming accountable or accepting some of the things that you're talking about. You have to have a lot of strength in yourself and realize you validate yourself, you get validation from God, and you're being you're being true to you, and that's all that matters.
If you ever want to know where your enemy was trying to curse you at in your life, look at the things that fall apart for them once the plot was exposed. Once God reveals to you who your enemy is, pay attention to what they start to lose almost immediately after the exposure. The things that they start to lose are the things that they wanted you to lose. So if you see they lost their car, their job, their house, health starting to decline, just pay attention.
Amen.
And if you have a chance, pay attention to their face. See if you notice a difference in how their face was before the exposure and how their face was after the exposure. Do you notice almost like it seems like life got sucked out of them? It seems like there's a different structure to their face. It just seems like they have that look when people look sickly. Pay attention to the things that people lose after the exposure.
Amen.
That will tell you exactly where people were trying to target you.
Good people might fall again and again, but they will always get up. It is the wicked who are defeated by their troubles.
Want to hear something crazy? You know how people use the term spiritual psychosis? Well, psychosis is a single word. They just threw the term spiritual in front of it. What if everybody is in psychosis who are not spiritual? Because to be in psychosis is to be disconnected from reality. And if you are living in the matrix and you are literally running off of what the society has taught you since you've been born, that is psychosis. Everybody is in psychosis. Everybody is asleep. Everybody is programmed. Everybody is disconnected from reality and plugged in electronically. Ooh, get their ass. Yeah, so the people that want to say that spiritual psychosis is a thing, nah, bitch. Y'all think spiritual psychosis is a thing because we found our true selves. You haven't. So therefore, you're in psychosis, not us. Get your shit together.
If you don't believe nothing I say, believe this. Them red hot chili jalapeno peppers That shit is like chemotherapy when you eat them. That shit gets so hot. And you know, somebody told me, they said the Mexicans have the lowest rate of cancer. And they said because they eat them jalapeno peppers. And I believe them. I've been eating them motherfuckers for a month. When I tell you, my fucking vision is like high definition TV. God damn, I can see clear. Morning, noon, and night. And my man said, yeah, that's them jalapeno peppers. They kill all the little parasites in your body. I said, they killing something. Because I'm feeling good and I can see, boy, it's just eating them peppers. Woo! I had one earlier, I'm still sweating. Stay on point and eat your jalapeno red chili peppers.
Do any of you know how to make a fire?
No!
Do any of you know how to clean an octopus?
No!
One for me, one for you, one for me. What's that? That's mine. All of this? Yes. I caught the fish. I made the fire. And I cooked. I did all the work. And everybody got something. No, we all worked. What did you do? We gathered all the wood for the fire. Not enough. And maybe that's why you should not be so lazy and dependent on me.
I think you're forgetting you are a toilet manager.
No. And they are toilet manager here. Captain, who am I?
He's a captain.
Yes. Who am I?
Captain.
Who am I?
Captain.
Who am I?
Captain.
And they are cleaning lady here, Captain. Okay?
Sometimes people don't always realize that where they are only capable of taking it to the ground, you actually know exactly how to drag it all to hell. So they disrespect you, they do their little shenanigans here and there, not understanding that whatever madness they are practicing, you have actually mastered. But the truth is you can't always respond the way you want to, the way you used to. Because to be called to greatness is to sacrifice mediocrity. When you are committed to building something meaningful, something expansive, something that truly honors who you are, you don't always get to play in the mud. And it is one of the most annoying aspects of growth. But that same growth challenges you to understand that not every battle is a test of strength. Some are a test of discipline. And yes, it can be very frustrating because there are moments where you want to let someone know that you are not the one, that they should have found something safer to do. But when you are focused on flying to great heights, you have to accept that certain things will just be beneath you. And that isn't even arrogance, it's alignment. Your calling is too expensive for cheap distractions.
You know, if you look at an interview from me from 10 years ago, everybody says, I love that interview. People didn't love it back then, though, because I was speaking to the future. I'm 10 years ahead mentally, and I'm trapped in today's time. And every now and then I crack you a smile for 2013, but I'm cracking you a frown for 2023. And I'm focused on what it's going to be. Just mark my words. As I'm Kanye West, you've seen my execution. Did I not become the biggest rock star on the planet? Did I not influence all musicians? Did I not go and get the exact girl that I wanted? Did I not start my family? Did I not ruffle the feathers of 2 presidents?
He's a jackass.
Did I not get a chance to work with my idol? Did I not make Louis Vuittons? Did people not line up at the Yeezy store? Did I not make the college dropout, late registration, graduation, 808s, Blueprint 1, Blueprint 3, Watch the Throne, Cruel Summer, and Yeezys if you like it or not?
Whole time y'all be thinking it's the ass kissers that want to see you go far, but it's really the person that'll talk the most shit to you when you're down, telling you don't nobody give a fuck about none of these feelings. I'm trying to tell you, you gonna play the game or the game gonna play you. The real haters, the real people that don't want to see them win, is the people that they heavily fuck with in their inner circle, because those people don't even try to push them to go harder. Those people will literally let you be comfortable right where you at because they comfortable where they are at, and they be damned if they let their friend surpass them and leave them in the fucking dust. Those be the same people when you start your first small business and you go repost, it's free to support. They just be watching the story and scrolling straight past it. They don't be showing no type of love. Yeah, you went to school with them. Yeah, you went to prom with them. Yeah, you was best friends with them. None of them give a fuck about you. Once you finally start to accept that, boy, I'm sweating like shit. It's humid as fuck. You would have thought it rained in here. Shit. Look at my chest is all sweating and shit. I look like Terry Crews. That don't mean that you're not allowed to feel feelings. It just means that you got somebody in your corner that is willing to see more out of you than you currently are in yourself. And those are the people that you keep locked into your circle. Not the ones who be fake way supporting and telling you that you good, you good, you good, you good. Fuck with the person that's telling you, no, you're not good. We can still go.
So I realized at a very, 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 very early age that I had a superpower. And that superpower is being able to fucking figure anything out. Any issue, any obstacle, any problem that has to get solved, I know how to fucking solve it. And if I don't know how to solve it, I'll learn how to solve it and then solve it. That's something that I didn't realize that a lot of people don't have the capability to do. And then because I'm such like an empathetic person, anybody that is ever around me, or if I have love for you and you have a problem, I'm going to be the one to try to fucking fix it and figure it out, whether you ask me to or not. And I never understood or saw or even comprehended how me trying to help someone else fix their problems could create more problems, because then I might solve their problem or fix their problem, whether they ask me to or not. And then because they weren't able to fix their own problem, that could create them to look at me a type of way or create some type of envy at me. Because not only does it point out I'm a better person than them, even though that's not my intentions whatsoever, it comes from my fucking heart. But it points out the areas in their life that they lack. Whether that's being real with themselves, whether that's them going hard for themselves, whether that's them trying to strive to be the best person that they could fucking be. I could be trying to uplift them, and because I'm trying to uplift them and they're not uplifting themselves, that can make them look in the mirror and be like, damn, why does this nigga have this energy but I don't? And I never understood or even thought that that could be a fucking issue. And then not only did that become an issue, but then it became something that bit me in the ass, because then a lot of people will come into my life seeing the type of person that I am and then taking advantage of that and being like, cool, he want to help, cool. And then I'm also doing that in hopes of you gaining the confidence on your own to be able to do it for yourself. And then if I ever need you, or if I'm in a situation, or if I need that love reciprocated, I would expect people to give it back. And that's just not how shit works. And so over and over and over and over again, I would go out of my way to help people that don't want to fucking help themselves. And then in the long run, it just creates a bunch of unbalanced relationships. People that were only around me and loving me because they know how I am and how I carry it as a grown-ass man, as a person, as a divine being. And then it creates those relationships where it's like, damn, I love everything about this nigga, but I hate him at the same time. I just never and I never in a million years would have thought that me trying to help someone genuinely out of my love and my heart would create issues or fake ass relationships. And I had to remove all that shit from my life, because no more will I ever accept bare minimum from anybody or anything when I'm doing above and beyond for you.
You ever meet someone who wants to believe you're so stupid that they purposefully misconstrue every single thing that you say in order to protect their own ego from being proven wrong? I swear people will do mental gymnastics in order to misunderstand you, so that way they can continue to believe that you made no sense to begin with.
People never want to finish playing the game once you catch on. It's like, it was only fun when you don't know what the fuck going on. But as soon as you know what the fuck going on now, don't nobody want to play. Nah, bitch, I'm ready to play now. I want to play. The only reason you ain't want me to know from the jump was because you knew it wasn't going to be no game. It wasn't going to be any game. But now that I know that I'm up, now that I'm up on game, let's play. But now it ain't fun. Man, that's some loser ass shit. How come the game only fun when a motherfucker don't know that they even playing? You the only one playing. So that means you got advantage.
As long as you fit in that box everybody put you in, everybody's cool. You know? As long as you still being a drunk, as long as you still being a party girl, as long as you still going to jail, as long as you still a dope boy, as long as you always fucking up and needing somebody to come bail you, as long as you staying in the construct that they put you in, everybody's gonna be cool. But what happened when you start all of a sudden, now you cleaning your life up? Now all of a sudden, you know, maybe you put the bottle down. Maybe you don't have an OnlyFans no more. Now you don't sell dope. What do folks start doing? They act like it's a personal attack on them because you no longer being disloyal to yourself. They feel as though you being disloyal to them. You always put people before you. What do you mean you're putting yourself first? They offended by your evolution. You know, it was easy. You made it really easy for them to point their finger at you. It was your fault. And if you didn't act like this, and if you didn't do this, and if you wasn't like this, then everything would be okay. So then you started slowly taking the things, you know, out of your life that they could project and deflect on. So now all of a sudden they feel uncomfortable because now the dynamic that once worked, it don't work no more. Now you ain't the scapegoat. Now you're not the problem child. So now they having to look within themselves. They don't want to look within themselves. They'd rather go find somebody else that they could point their finger at so that they still don't have to go within themselves. You know, people think that it's all love and light when you start getting your life together, but no. All the dynamics that you once played into, they don't work no more. Because a lot of people thrived off the smear campaigns. Hold on. A lot of people really fed off of the narratives that they pushed. You understand what I'm saying? That's what kept them comfortable. That's what kept them feeling superior. That's what gave them their identity. Now all of a sudden you took your power back. They can't blame you no more. Now they have to go within. They don't want to. They'd rather go find somebody else that they can point their finger at. They would rather sacrifice the relationship all around than to do the work. Si te quieres divertir, con encanto y con primor, solo tienes que vivir un verano en Nueva York. Nueva York. Si te quieres divertir.
Oh, I bet being attractive and being in really good shape is such a nice life. I bet it's so great. It's not always all that. It's really not. Is it great? Yes. Would I switch it up for anything? Absolutely not. I love the way I look. I love being a handsome guy. I love being in shape, but it is not for the faint-hearted. All people try to do all the time is humble you when they haven't spoken a word to you. Women especially. As a man, women are always skeptical. All the time. I got to deal with people in my workspace that are jealous of me. I got to deal with my whole life. I've just always had people that are just fucking angry for no reason. Me being black on top of that is like the cherry on top. Most of y'all don't know how to act around beautiful black people. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, especially where I live, there's not a lot of black folks. Hell, I get black folks that are mad at me or jealous of me because, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, no, it's not always all that rainbows and butterflies and lollipops and shit. No, it's not. It's not easy. But it is great. But it comes with its cons, bro. Being a gorgeous person, man or woman, and then putting a nice physique between your neck and your toes, yeah, man, you gonna deal with a lot of heat. You ain't gonna have a lot of friends. And I'm cool with it. I was built for this. But don't sit here and think that my life is perfect and easy and all that just because I look good. And anybody who walks in my shoes knows the feeling. And that's a fact. No cap.
Accountability does not come with excuses. It just comes with ownership. Hey, I did it. My apologies. Forgive me. Moving forward. Not, you did this, so it made me do this, and that's why. No. Accountability is just, damn, my bad. That was all me. I could have done differently. Yeah, you can admit, oh, this did trigger me right here, just so you'll know moving forward. However, it was me. It was me. I could have done better. I could have done differently. It was me. It has nothing to do with you. Accountability does not involve excuses. Just ownership. Own it. It's yours. Baby, own it. Own it. Taking accountability does not mean that you're a bad person. It just means that you have regard for the next person. And it just means that you are willing to grow. Taking accountability does not make you a bad person. You make mistakes too. Sometimes you have to grow too. Taking accountability just means that you have respect enough for yourself and the next person to admit when you're wrong or when you could have done things differently. It don't make you a horrible person. It just means that you are ready to grow. Take accountability so that you can grow. Okay? I love you.
It's 2026. We are grown. If you haven't started Irish goodbying people, you need to start. I know y'all gonna be like, that's dangerous. You should tell somebody when you're leaving. No. Because every time I'm at the club and I'm telling somebody I'm about to go, oh no, just stay, get another drink, leave after the song, wait, we gonna leave soon. No, I don't want to hear all that. Bitch, when I'm ready to go, I'm ready to fucking go. I don't need you trying to gaslight me to stay somewhere when I'm ready to go. So you know what I do? I just leave. When you text, call, Lolly, where you went to the bathroom? Girl, I'm at home. And if you know me, you know I'm good for that. I will leave ASAP. No rocket. You hear me? I'm about to explain to you why I won't get the fuck. I'm getting the fuck. You heard me? You feel a type of way? I don't give a fuck. Shout out to the Irish because y'all ate with the Irish. Goodbye.
Black people will do black people the absolute worst and then turn around and whine about fake oppression from white people. I opt out. I don't want to be a part of it. I don't subscribe. I'm sorry. I'm done.
Cut me. And then you try to control how I bleed. So you're that powerful, honey, that you can control how you disrespect me and how I react? Oh. Well, sugar, I guess the rest of the world didn't get the memo, but I don't think you got that much power. Listen, my fat and fluffiness is not a part of this message, but if she want to be the star of the show, that's what she gonna do, because I can't stand like this for too long. So, I recently heard the words, I love you, after being accused of doing something that I did not do. What broke me the most was that you didn't even want to hear my side of the story. You didn't even have to hear my side before you believed them and sided with them, which means that all you were waiting on was a chance to finally side with those who already felt a negative way about me, because somewhere down inside of you, you felt that way about me too, but you didn't communicate. I've even heard you can never be a bother, and then you make me feel like a burden. I know I don't matter right now to you, but I matter to me. I thought that I was going to need someone else's validation to finally be of value. All I need is me. I'm going to keep on speaking up for myself. I don't have to silence my pain because it's too loud for you. You claim to love me and then you leave me in the midst of my brokenness, which you played a part in, honey. I'm sorry, babe. I just don't believe you. No, I'm not sorry. I just don't believe you. Love wouldn't do that. I shouldn't have to wonder if you love me when it's real. I shouldn't have to wonder if I matter to you, if that's real, if you truly value me. You cannot control my reaction to your disrespect. I understand that speaking on everything will not always get you results, but sometimes speaking up just one good time will get you more results than silence ever could. I will speak for the misunderstood because we need a voice. I will take full accountability for how I react because everything doesn't need a reaction. Not everything needs a response. But if you're going to make me feel like even in my lowest and in my brokenness, I can't even have a moment of expression, but you can, you are hiding behind my grand response, hoping that it'll erase the disrespect that your lack of accountability attempts to minimize. There's people out there who feel like anybody can run over them, anybody can say whatever they want to say to them, and whenever they react, whenever they respond, even in their silence, they are made out to be the villain in their own story of pain. As I grow, as I learn, as a 20-year-old woman, a mother, a woman who's fighting every day to heal, fighting every day to show up for myself and stop making excuses and to take accountability for my own actions, I want you to be a part of that. And child, I guess the next one's gonna be about Weight Watchers, because I been about 3 years postpartum and still looking like, oh, it's a girl.
The main reason why people try you and test you is because they can't read you. Because when you have a mystic energy, that's going to create misjudgment. They think because you're into science, anime, historical context, and conspiracies, they think that you pussy. Not knowing that authentic people are really energetically balanced. We have a dark and a light side. So just because I'm into quantum physics, don't mean I won't slap the shit out your ass. Authentic people have a stoic vibration. We focus on inner transformation and self-control. So when it comes to the chosen ones, we keep our volume down for a reason, because we turn shit up if you're trying to manipulate our evolution. Unpredictable people trigger insecure minds. Why? Because when they can't label you, they can't control the narrative about you. So this is why they test you, because it's a negative form of a psychological projection bias. With all that shit being said, when it comes to the chosen ones, don't mistake our intelligence, quietness, and self-control for a form of weakness. The beast in us is still sleeping, it's not dead.
A lot of people don't realize how bad haters are because they haven't really achieved anything. You know what I'm saying? They haven't done anything spectacular to be hated on about. You feel me? So it's like,
They think that you're just crazy when you're like, bro, this person be hating, this person be hating, this person be saying a little slick shit, this person gets backhanded compliments. They think that you're tripping, you're crazy. No, these people are real haters because I'm actually doing something with my life, bro. When you have a good job, when you take care of your kids, when you do shit for other people, when people love you, not for what you do for them, but just yourself. You know what I'm saying? Some people are jealous of you because of, you feel me, your aura, not because of what you have. Some people just want to be you specifically. They don't even want to they don't care about what you have, honestly. They want to just have your personality. Can't give you my personality. So, and that's why they'll try to steal it. They'll try to copy. That's a form of hating too. Like, this hating shit get deep, but people think you're crazy because they've never done anything good for motherfucker to hate on them for. Like, they just think like, man, ain't nobody worried about him. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Like, you feel me? But I digress, bro. You feel me? Loot over lust, bro.
Them folk knew what they was doing with you. It wasn't a misunderstanding, friend. Them people knew exactly what the fuck they was doing. You know? You was thinking for the team. Them folk was thinking for themselves. You was trying to collaborate. Them motherfuckers was trying to compete. You know? And that's the thing about it. When you go against a motherfucker that's fucking with you genuine, energetically, baby, it's gonna be a price to be paid for that. You know, you was trying to come to them and share your experience and your knowledge and whoop to help them, but they was taking that and they was breadcrumbing you. They only told you enough to kind of respond and keep the conversation going, but they ain't really tell you nothing that they learned from. They ain't want to give you too much knowledge. They ain't want to give you too much ammunition, too much power, too much game. So you was collaborating with them motherfuckers. You was collaborating with them motherfuckers, and the whole time they was competing with you, friend. You know? And that's the reason why that shit had to play out the way it did. That's the reason why them people had to hurt you the way that they did, because you wouldn't let them go. You knew that the whole time, but you didn't want to believe that. You was like, maybe I'm tripping. No. So then God sent a situation to you to where you couldn't keep ignoring the signs, you know? You know, because you love real deep. So it's like something got to hurt you really bad for you to come up off of it. So God exposed that real to where you couldn't ignore it no more. You couldn't deny it no more. You couldn't pretend you didn't know it no more. Now you know. Because you was collaborating with them people, friend, and them people was competing with you the whole time.
I'm just here to tell y'all that there's some of us in the world that don't actually care if y'all side with us when certain shit happens and when certain shit go down, because some of y'all was born to be dick riders, and y'all gonna dick ride whoever is popping. Y'all gonna dick ride whoever y'all feel is lit. So when I tell you that we don't be caring, I'm one of those people that I don't care if people understand what I'm going through. I don't care if people are being funny about my situation or about whatever I'm going through, whether it's with friends, family, a nigga, all that. Because y'all dick riders. This is what y'all was put on earth to do. Y'all don't do anything else but that. So, oh well.